think it's okay. It's okay. It's okay for you to begin again. It's okay. It's all right to begin again. It's all right. Some of you are here today because you're about to begin again. Say it, begin again. God is completely about to exonerate some of your records. Well, some people say, I got something pending right now in the court systems. I need to be exonerated. That too. But I am saying that he's about to exonerate your mind record. Because you've been condemning yourself. Because you've been struggling with something. Because you were told that if I'm struggling, that means that God has turned his back on me. He's upset with me at the moment. But I just said, many are the afflictions of not many are the afflictions of the evil, but many are the afflictions of the righteous. But the Lord delivers us out of 50% of them. How many? All of them. So if you have not been completely delivered, there's something still left on the table. It's your fault. You should not have left that table without being 100% exonerated. So go back to that table. Go back to that table. Go back to that table and say, God, there's some things that you said about me, and I didn't think that I could have them. So I'm asking again. And God's going to say, yes. Yes. That's all you need to hear is yes. Can I have it? Yes. Should I do it? Yes. Should I worry about them? No. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. I am so full today, man. I appreciate you, because when I stand before extraordinary people, God gives me an extraordinary word. And if you think I'm saying something extraordinary, it's because of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I woke up the other day and I was about to go to bed, actually. And I was looking at my situation. You ever reflect on your situation? If you don't, you should. If you have not reflected on your situation, you should. Every time God brings up a question, he asks you, now, what do you think about this? Remember, the all-knowing God never asks you for information. He's about to engage a thought pattern that he wants you to participate in. He's already got the answer. He just wants you to look again. Everybody say, look at it again. So he says, now, what do you think about this? Or how will this happen? When God asks you that, remember, he's not asking for information. He's just saying, look over there. And as the scripture says, John 6, it says, when Jesus asked the question, he already knew what he was going to do. He just needed the participation of some people that was kind of iffy on the situation. If you're iffy on the situation, he's going to ask you a question. So don't question yourself when you question yourself. Don't say, Lord, here I got. No. He's engaging you because he's giving me a body. Everybody say a body. So what does that mean, Pastor G? What does that mean? He says, I've given you flesh. Touch yourself. The place that you feel the pain, the place that you sometimes don't feel like getting up, God gave you that. And the reason why it hurts is because he's telling you that don't count on it. It'll break down on you. I'll just tell you what truth is. It'll go left on you when you're trying to go right. That's why it pains, because it's letting you know, don't ever count on your flesh. Because it is just a tool that God gave you to operate and to fulfill everything that the Spirit of God gives you to do. When you're in agreement with the Spirit, then this flesh is going to get well. But if you trust in the flesh, it's going to start hurting on you. And then you're going to start hurting because you trust in the flesh. So what should I do? Stop trusting in my flesh. Completely defy everything it says. When it hurts, says that's okay. God has got me. And he's going to bring health to my bones. because I will complete everything that God has assigned me in this flesh. Now, the reason why God is giving you these words and experiences because he wants you to have confidence to complete. That's what he wants, Sharon. He wants you to have confidence that you're going to complete everything that he assigned to your life. So when he asks you a question, do not answer. The first thing you do is say, Lord, why are you asking me? That's what he wants you to say. When God asks you a question about how you're going to do this, you say boldly to him, why are you asking me? Because you're the miracle worker. I'm just here to see and be in awe of what you do for me. I'm not trying to answer any more questions. If the bill comes in the house, don't you try to figure out what is going to happen. You say, Lord, I'm not even looking at this. I'm going to tell you, look at here. Y'all better get into your scripture. You better get into your scripture. When Hezekiah, 2 Kings 18:19, got the letter from the enemy, he took the letter to the temple and he stuck it up in the air and said, look at this. Because they ain't saying nothing against me. They're talking against what you said about me. And when they're telling me that I'm about to stop, then they're not even talking to me. They're talking to the one that gave me purpose. So you got a God to deal with, not me. I won't be stopped. Say it with me. I won't be stopped. I won't be stopped. I won't be stopped. All right then. All right then. Are we clear on that? Now here it is. I was getting ready to go to bed. And so I know what God had told me I was supposed to be doing. I know what he said. I know the magnitude of it. And I'm looking at what I have. And I'm telling God, I want to do it, but how can I do it with this? Anybody else been there? I want to do what you said, but I don't have I'm not even in the ballpark. I'm not even in close to the resources and all of the things that you told me I was going to do and what I needed. I'm not even close. And so I began to tell God that. And so he spoke very clearly to me. He says this to me, and he's saying it to you today. He says, everything that you get from this day forward is going to be gotten out of faith. Nothing in your life physically is going to look like what I'm about to do for you. It's going to be all done through faith. And if your faith eyes are not open, you're going to start seeing some things that look contrary to God's purpose in your life. So for those of you that are struggling today with something because it don't look like you got enough resources, he says everything he's going to give you from this day forward is going to be given through faith. You're going to have to rise up and stand up in faith. You're going to look at some situations through the eyes of faith, and you're going to completely disregard it. You ever had somebody talking to you and somebody else behind you is talking and they really loud and you looking past them talking to the person by them? That's the way you're going to do with God. You're going to be so focused on God that the enemy right in your face, you're going to be saying, I don't even hear nothing you're saying. I just see down there where God told me to be. I'm about to go to where you told me to meet you. So move out of the way. That's all it's going to take. Because everything that you get from this day forward is going to come out of faith. So stop struggling with what you don't have. You don't have it. The moment you come to God's agreement, you're going to be much better. Are y'all still here? Y'all agree with me now? Y'all agree with me now? Okay? So in your, meticulous planning, I'm just telling you right now. Don't count yourself out because you meticulously plan and none of the stuff come up to what you thought. I'm just giving you the right to go ahead on and say, okay, God, here it is. Do that for me. Say, here it is. Come on now, do it with me. Do it with me now. Say, here it is. Now, don't say it because I said it. Don't say it because I said it. I want you to imagine in your mind what it is and say, here it is. Hand it to God right now. He's got his hands open right now. Now, because everything that you do in God is according to your imagination. It's just that every time we had imagination thoughts and things about imagination, the enemy had taken hostage our imagination. Because when we think of something that we don't think is right, we condemn ourselves. Why? Because in our imagination, it's real. Right? Well, here it is. If it can be real according to something evil, it should be real according to something good. If you can imagine something evil and have all the emotions of condemnation behind it, why can't you imagine something good and have all the emotion that come behind tomorrow I'm receiving exactly what I seen? Because he's going to allow you to write your future on the canvas of your imagination. as a man thinketh, or as a man imagine. That's why I was made in his image, because he wants me to imagine. Are y'all here? So everything that we get is going to be gotten out of faith. If you're trying to get it without faith, if you're trying to see it before, it will not be seen. Are y'all listening to me? Faith cometh by hearing. Say it with me. Faith cometh by hearing. Do y'all hear what you just said? Faith cometh by hearing. Faith cometh by, that's Romans 10:17, right? So why is it that you're always trying to see something before you believe it? I don't see nothing. He never said you would see it. He said faith cometh by hearing. Who do you hear more than anybody else? Yourself. So you need to start speaking to yourself so that you can start believing what you say, because faith cometh by hearing. This is why it's important that everybody in your ear is on the same level of thinking that you are. Because if they're not there, they're going to talk you out of what you don't see. Changes your imagination. Are we good there?